Namah Parvati Pataye Govindanam Sankirtanam
Ekanto matulo yasya janani sarvamangala janakashankaro devaha tam vande kunjarananam Shyamavalli samalidham virinchipurabhasvaram margabandhva vayam tejaha tanotu bimalam dhiyam Srimakshiratarangini tatagate punye virinche pure Nityam sannihitam kila kalayitum Kshirabhishekadaram Shrigarukmatavallika sahacharam Marge sahayam nrinam Srimaddikshitavamshadaivatavaram Sancintaye Shankaram Umakante Ramakante Yeshamasinmatisama Namami Dikshitendran Yashakavisaradan Appayya Dikshitendran Ashesha Vidya Gurunaham Vande Yat Kritibodha Bodhau Vidvada Vidvad Vibhajakopadhi. Namaskaram. In the previous class of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra Vijayam, we studied till the composition of Sivarkamani Deepika by Dikshitendra. So all this was in the fourth Tarangam of Dikshitendra Vijayam. And after this, once again in the fourth Tarangam, Sri K.V. Subramanya Shastrigal describes there is Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra's residence in Adayapalam. After years of taking residence in Velur, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra went back to Adayapalam. After he composed Sivarkamani Deepika, he was greatly honored by Chinnabomma Reddy Maharaja of Velur. So it's Velur Chinnabomma Nayak can also be called as Chinnabomma Reddy. So following this, he went to his native place of Adayapalam. So in the last topic of the fourth Tarangam is Adayapalam. And Sri K.V. Subramanya Shastri quotes from the works of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. There is one shloka which appears in more than one text of Dikshitendra. Vidvat Guru Vihita Vishwajidadhvarasya Sri Sarvato Mukha Mahavrata Yajisunoh Sriranga Makinaha Sritapari Jatos Appayya Dikshita iti Prathitas. So he says, so Dikshitendra is the son of the celebrated Sri Rangarajadhvari and the celebrated Sri Vakshasthalacharya. So Vidvat Guroho. So Vidvat Guru, so a great Vidwan and a Guru. So a Vidwan in all the Shastras and a preceptor, a great preceptor in the society. So such a great personality is Vidvat Guroho. Vihita Vishwajidadhvarasya. Vihitaha Vishwajita iti advaraha yena tasya. So one who has performed a great yajnam known as Vishwajita. So that is Sri Rangarajadhvari. Sri Rangarajadhvari, the father of Appayya Dikshitendra, was a very great preceptor. And he was also a performer of a great yajnam known as Vishwajit. And then Sri Sarvatomukha Mahabrataya Jisunoho. He was the son of an exalted Brahmana who had performed great yajnams like Sri Sarvatomukham and Mahavratam. That is the son of Sri Vakshasthalacharya. And Sri Rangaraja Makhinaha, or Sri Rangaraja Makhi, the word Makhi, Adhvari. So all of these are synonymous. Dikshita, Yajva, all of these are synonymous. And then Sri Appayya Dikshitaha iti Prathitaha Tanujaha. The very famous son of that Sri Rangarajadhvari Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra is Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. So this is a very, very important shloka. This is there in Shikhreni Mala, and the last part of Shikhreni Mala, this shloka is there. And the shloka is also there in Shastra Siddhanta Shri Sangraham of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. And then KV Subramanya Shastrigal, no, he quotes another shloka of Dikshitendra. Yena Shri Chinnabomma Kshitipalava Kirtiravyahatasit Yena Shri Kantha Bhashyam Paramashiva Mata Sthapana Yodadhara Tena Shri Rangaraja Dvarivaratanaye Napayajvabhidhena Kari Praudhonnatagram Rajata Girinibham Kalakantesha Dhama Yena means by which Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra Chinnabomma Kshitipalava. So as per the after the patronage of King Chinnabomma Reddy of Velur, and after receiving a lot of gifts from him, Kirtihi Avyahata Asita, so whose fame became unobstructed, and Yena Shri Kantha Bhashyam Paramashiva Matasthapanaya Uddadhara, by which Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, the Shri Kantha Bhashyam was rescued. So there are two ways, in which Shri Kantha Bhashyam was rescued by Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. So some of the last surviving copies of Shri Kantha Shivacharya's Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, that was preserved in the house of Dikshitendra's family. That was preserved by Vakshasthalaacharya, by Rangarajadhvari, and then it was passed down to Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. And this copy which Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra had, this copy of Srikantacharya's Brahma Sutra Bhashyam which Dikshitendra had, so it was something that was very rare. So only very few copies existed, and those very few copies, so it was in the hands of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra's family. So, Paramashiva Matasthapanaya, to establish the Matam of Parameshwara. So, it is for this purpose, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra rescued the Srikantha Bhashyam. So, by preserving it, so it is one form of Kaikaryam to Shiva Bhakti. And the another thing which Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra did was to write a Sanskrit commentary on the Brahma Sutra Bhashyam of Srikantha Shivacharya known as Sivarkamani Deepika. And then Tena Shri Rangaraja Dvarivaratana Appayajvabhidhena. By that, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, the son of Shri Rangaraja Dvari, this temple of Shri Kalakantheshwara has been built in Adayapalam. So, and how is Shri Kalakantheshwara, how KV Subramanya Shastri describes the Kalakantheshwara temple? So he says, Praudhonnatagram and Rajatagiri Nibham. There are two adjectives with which he describes the temple of Kalakantheshwara in Adayapalam. Even today, when we visit Adayapalam, we can see this beautiful temple. On one side of the Agraharam, we have Kalakantheshwara temple. On the other side of the Agraharam, we have Varadaraja Swami temple. So Agre Harihi, Agre Harha is Agrahara. So on one end of an Agrahara, there is a Shiva temple. On the other end of an Agrahara, there is a Vishnu temple. So as a result of it, all the places where Brahmanas reside are known as Agraharas. And Praudham and Unnatagram, so it's a very strong structure. And it's so Unnatagram, so it refers to the Gopuram. And then the Rajatagiri Nibham, and this sacred temple of Kalakantheshwara resembles the silver mountain. Rajatagiri is Mount Kailasa. The Kailasa Parvatam is known as Rajatagiri. So this Kalakantheshwara temple was as resplendent as Kailasa Parvatam itself. And then KV Subramanya Shastrigal gives the inscription of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. So an inscription connected to Dikshitendra can still be found in Adayapalam. And this is the one today Shri Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham. So Kanchi Matham has been preserving this inscription in Adayapalam. Swasti Shri Shakapdam Ayirathi Ainuti Nalukkumel Sella Nindra Chitrabhanu Varsham Swami Kalakantheshwara Ruda Kovilile Shrikantha Bhashyam 500 வித்வாம்சருக்கு படிப்பிக்க அதுக்கு சிவார்க்கமணி தீபிகை வியாக்கியானமும் பண்ணி வேலூர் சின்னபொம்ம நாயக்கர் கையிலே கனகாபிஷேகமும் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கொண்டு அதுக்கு பின் வேலூரிலே சிவார்க்கமணி தீபிகையும் 500 வித்வாம்சருக்கு படிப்பிக்க பிருத்விராஜ்யமும் பண்ணி வச்சு சுவர்ணங்களும் அக்ரஹாரங்களும் படைப்பிச்சு நியாயரக்ஷாமணி கல்பத்தரு பரிமள முதலான 100 பிரபந்தம் பண்ணின அப்பைய தீட்சிதரோட கிருதி இந்த சிவாலயம் சுபமஸ்து. அப்பைய தீட்சிதர் சதா சேர்வை, அருணகிரி தீட்சிதர் சதா சேர்வை, விஸ்வஜித் அப்பைய தீட்சிதர் சதா சேர்வை, உமாமகேஸ்வர தீட்சிதர் சதா சேர்வை, யக்ஞேஸ்வர தீட்சிதர் சதா சேர்வை, மருதாளம் லக்ஷன் சதா சேர்வை அப்படின்னு this is the inscription. So Swasti Shri Shakabdam, so 1504 so the exact year of erecting this stone structure, so that is being given. So it corresponds to somewhere in the 1580s. And since Sella in the Chitrabhanu Varsham, so it was in the Chitrabhanu Varsham this incident took place. And Swami Kalakantheshwara Kovilile in the temple of Sri Kalakantheshwara, Shrikantha Bhashyam. So Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, after composing Shivarkamani Deepika in Velur, after it was read in the assembly of all Vidwans and the Raja, then Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra was given the task of teaching Shivarkamani Deepika to his disciples by the Raja. And for this task, he was sent to Adayapalam, and many agraharams were given as Dhanam to Dikshitendra, and lot of gold was given to Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra as Dhanam by the Maharaja. So after Kanakabhishekam was performed, all the gold that was used to perform Kanakabhishekam was given to Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra as donation. And then he says, Shrikantha Bhashyam 500 Vidvamsarakku Padippika. Shrikantha Bhashyam was taught by Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra to 500 students. So it means that there was one round of teaching Shrikantha Bhashyam without his Sivarkamani Deepika. So exclusive Shrikantha Bhashya Adhyapanam, so teaching of Shrikantha Bhashya alone, so that was performed separately. And then adukku Sivarkamani Deepika Vyakaranam panni, and a commentary known as Sivarkamani Deepika was written to it. Velur Chinnabomma Nayak kayyile Kanakabhishekamum panni vichukkondu, so he was honored with Kanakabhishekam in Velur. And adukku pin Velurile Sivarkamani Deepikayum 500 Vidvamsarakku Padippika. After that, he taught Sivarkamani Deepika in the province of Velur. So in the Velur Rajyam, it is not in Velur city அப்படினு அர்த்தம் இல்ல இந்த இடத்துல. 500 வித்வாம்சருக்கு படிப்பிக்க, and then Prithvirajyamum பண்ணி வச்சு. So the word Prithvirajyamum பண்ணி வச்சு means he also coronated Chinnabomma Reddy as the king. And Nyayarakshamani Kalpataru Parimala Mudalan 100 Prabandham Pandina Appayya Dikshitaroda Kriti. So of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, who composed in 104 works like Nyayarakshamani, Kalpataru Parimalam and others. Nyayarakshamani is so both of these, Nyayarakshamani and Kalpataru Parimalam, are magna opera of Dikshitendra in Advaita Vedanta. Nyayarakshamani is an independent Sanskrit commentary on chapter 1 of Brahma Sutras from an Advaitic perspective. And Kalpataru Parimalam is a Brahma Sutra Bhashyam of Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada was commented upon by Vachaspati Mishra, and that commentary is known as Hamati. Hamati was commented upon by Swami Amalanandar or Vyasashrama Swamigal, and that commentary is known as Vedanta Kalpataru. And this Kalpataru of Amalanandar was commented upon by Dikshitendra, and that commentary is known as Kalpataru Parimalam, or just as Parimalam. So both of these are magna opera of Dikshitendra in the field of Advaita Vedanta. And then 100 Prabandham Pandina Appayya Dikshitaroda Kriti in the Shivalayam, this Shivalayam of Kalakantheshwara temple. So this is also a Kriti of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. It was constructed by him. And Shubhamastu, so it says. And then the names of different Dikshitars have been given Appayya Dikshitar Sadaservai, Arunagiri Dikshitar Sadaservai, Vishwajit Appayya Dikshitar Sadaservai, Uma Maheshwara Dikshitar Sadaservai, Yajneshwara Dikshitar Sadaservai, Marutanam Lakshan Sadaservai. This is the inscription. Even today, when we visit Adayapalam in Kanchi Shankaramatham, we can still see this inscription. And then KV Subramanya Shastrikal concludes the fourth Tarangam with the following shloka. Abhyaja Karunapurnaha Shivadvaita Prakashakaha Pathayanto Nibandhanstan Makhindra Gramamavasan. Abhyaja Karunapurnaha. He was completely filled with causeless mercy. Shivadvaita Prakashakaha. He was the propagator of the philosophy of Shivadvaita. Pathayanto Nibandhanstan. He engaged himself in teaching the great works written by him. And in this way, Makhindraha, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra Gramamavasan, he was residing in his own village. So with this, the fourth Tarangam gets over. And now we move on to the fifth Tarangam of KV Subramanya Shastrikal's Dikshitendra Vijayam. The first topic in this Tarangam is Tirthatanam. The pilgrimage is undertaken by Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. Says KV Subramanya Shastrikal, Athajatu Tirthatana Krita Kautukaha Adhvari Purandaraha Sashishya Vargaha Tasmad Velur Purat Prasthaya Suparvadhenustanya Prasritayam Pandara Phenajalayam Shira Taranginyam Saghamarshara Mantrajapam Avagahya Tataha Nandishaila Prasritam Punyambupuram Pinakinim Prapya Tasya Pathasi Nityakarmani Anusthaya Kramashaha Tundira Mandalam Atilangya Patala Bhuvanamiva Haniraja Samadhishthita Vipinantaralam Iva Vyagrapada Lanchitam Kalashabdhi Hridayamiva Kaitabhadveshi Nidragraham Chitam Pundarika Puramasedhu. Athajatu once Tirthatana Krita Kautukaha. Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra was intent in undertaking a Tirthatanam of a pilgrimage. Sashishya Vargaha along with his disciples. Tasmad Velur Purat Prasthaya. So to undertake this pilgrimage, he started from the province of Velur, that is from Adayapalam. And then he approached Kshiranadi or Palar. And there is a mountain, there is a place known as Suparvadhenu in Nandigiri. So the origin of both Palar and Pinakini Tenpennai, so both of these are in Karnataka. So it's both Kshira Tarangini and that is Palar and Tenpennai. So both of these come to Tamil Nadu from Karnataka. So Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra took Snanam in Palar and he chanted the Aghamarshana mantras, and along with Aghamarshana mantram he performed Snanam in Kshira Nadi. And after this, he went to Pinakini river or Tenpennai to take Snanam. Tasya Pathase Nityakarmani Anusthaya. So on the banks, so he performed all his Nityakarma Anushtanams in the waters of Tenpennai and Kramashaha Tundira Mandalam Atilangya. So in this way, he crossed the borders of Tundira Mandalam or Tondai Mandalam. And he traveled from Tondai Mandalam, he approached Chidambara Kshetra. And how did he approach Chidambaram? How is Chidambaram described by Sri KV Subramanya Shastrikal? So he says, Pundarikapuram Aseduhu. So he reached Pundarikapuram. Pundarikapuram is Chidambaram Kshetra. Vyakrapuram, Pundarikapuram, all of these are synonyms of Chidambara Kshetra. So, Patala Bhuvanam Iva. So, I would like to share screen. 1 second. Sorry, and Varala, 1 second. So there is a famous painting. Are you able to see the screen?
Ram Ram, theriyadhu.
So in the Pado, this is a Chitram of Nataraja. On one hand, we have Shivakami Devi, and on the other side, we have two Maharshis, Vyagrapada Maharshi and Patanjali Maharshi. So this there are three adjectives used by K.V. Subramanya Shastrigal here. So this is Patala Bhuvanamiva. So Patala Bhuvanamiva. So this is very, very important here. So the word Patala Bhuva, the Phaniraja Samadhishtitam is, Phaniraja is Adisheshan. So this is a place where Adisheshan in the form of Patanjali resides, in the form of Patanjali Maharshi resides. And then, so as a result of it, Chidambaram is as resplendent. It's as resplendent as Patala Loka. So Patala Loka is the place where the serpents live. So this is one adjective with which he describes it. And the next adjective with which he describes is Vipinantaralam iva Vyagrapada Lanchitam. So Vipinantaralam is in the midst of a dense forest. So it appeared as if it was a place that was in the middle of a dense forest. And this dense forest, there were marks of Ankitam, Anchada. Anchita means the foot imprints of Vyagrapada Maharshi could be seen everywhere. So there are two Maharshis, one Vyagrapada Maharshi and the other one is Patanjali Maharshi. So both of them performed worship of Nataraja here in this Kshetram. And Vyagrapada Maharshi, because he wanted to perform Aradhanam of Swami Nataraja, and because the forest was infested with a lot of animals, so he got a boon from the Lord, and he had the claws of a tiger. So his hands and legs appeared as the limbs of a tiger. So that is the reason this Maharshi is known as Vyagrapada. He was the son of Muni Madhyandina, and in this way he performed Aradhanam of Natarajan and Chidambaram. And Patanjali Maharshi, who was an incarnation of Adisheshan himself, so he was also performing penances for many thousands of years in this holy Kshetra of Chidambaram. So this is how Chidambaram, the whole Kshetra of Chidambaram is described, and the two Visheshanams are these, and the third Visheshanam is Kalashabdhi Hridayam Iva Kaitabhadveshi Nidragrahanchitam. So Kaitabhadveshi is the enemy of Asura known as Kaitabha. So Mahavishnu in the form of Govindaraja. So Govindaraja is always, he's there in Chidambaram in the lying position, just like how in Srirangam, Ranganatha is in a reclining position. In the same way, Govindaraja of Chidambaram is also there in a reclining position. So Nidranchitam, so the word Nidranchitam is very, very important here. So as a result of it, how did the Garbhagriham of Swami Govindaraja appear? It appeared as if it was, an ocean was contained within a kalasha. So the Garbhagriham appeared as if it was a pot which was containing the Kshira Samudra. So these are the three adjectives with which K.V. Subramanya Shastrikal describes the holy Kshetram of Chidambaram. And Pundarikapuram Asa Sadhu. So he reached the holy Kshetram of Chidambaram or Pundarikapuram. Tatracha Shivagandambhasi Kritavagahanaha Mahisuraha ime Sakautukam Chitsabhantaram Pravishya Yavanikapanayana Kshanalakshямana Tejah Punjena Amritakara Sahasra Parihasantam Dakshinam Charanam Adhonidhaya Tishtantam Sabjakara Pallavena Kinchida Kunchitam Itarapata sarorujam udyamya nrityantam ekahastala vinyastena pavamana sachivena bhasamanam Anyapanitala santadyamana nartanalayanuguna Damarudakaravarjita vibhudolokam Parashaya sarasije parakara sarasije na Virachita bhiti mudrabhinitim Adinatam adrakshuhu. So he took snanam in the pond known as Shivaganga in Chidambaram inside the temple of Nataraja. And he took Abhagaha Snanam in Shivaganga. And then he was so excited to take darshanam of Nataraja and he entered into the Chitsabha. And Yavanika Panayana Kshanalakshyamana Tejapunjayana. So the word Yavanika means curtain. When the curtain that was used to cover the Garbhagriha was removed, so Dikshitendra was waiting for that second in which the curtain would be removed. And when the curtain was removed, what was seen was a Teja Punjam. And that Teja Punjam was the Murti of Swami Nataraja. And how was this Murti appearing? So it says, Amritakara Sahasra Parihasantam. So the Murti of Swami Nataraja, it surpassed the beauty of it, surpassed the beauty of 1,000 suns. So the effulgence of the Murti of Swami Nataraja surpassed the effulgence of 100 suns. Even in Lalita Sahasranamam we hear Bhanukoti Samaprabha. So any Devata Murti, so any aspect of Saguna Brahman, so it's always described in our Itihasa Puranas in this way. So Bhanukoti Samaprabha or Bhanukoti Samaprabha. So and Dakshinam Charanam Adhonidhaya Tishtantam. So Swami Nataraja has his right foot grounded on the Bhutalam, and then Savya Karapallavena Kinchida Kunchitam. The left hand of Nataraja was turned downwards, and then Itara Padasarojam Udyamya Nrityantam. He lifted the left foot, and through the left foot he was dancing. And then Ekahastatala Vinyastena Pavamana Sachivena Bhasamanam. So with one hand he was having Agni Deva in his hand. So this is very, very important. So this Murti of Nataraja, so the right leg of Nataraja is placed on the ground. Using the left foot he is making his Ananda Natana, and then one hand is placed, the one palm is facing downwards. Through the other palm, he has Agni in his other hand. So there is a story, there is the Sthala Puranam of Chidambaram goes on as follows. Once, the Dikshitars of Chidambaram, the Tillai Dikshitars, they became so absorbed, they became so engrossed in the karma, the Vedokta Karmanushtanam, the Karma Kandam, that they started forgetting Bhagavan. So after giving more importance to Karma Kandam, so they began to think that there is no necessity for Ishvara to give Karma Phalas to us. So to teach them a lesson, both Parameshvara and Lord Vishnu, so both of them appeared themselves in Chidambaram, in the Agrahar, in front of the Dikshitars of Chidambaram. So both the men and women of Chidambaram, so both the Dikshitars and all their Yajna Patnis, they were very chaste. So their character was extremely pure. Both the men and women of the Tillai Dikshitars, they were extremely pure in character, and nobody can find even a small fault in their character. So to delude the Brahmanas as well as the Brahmana Patnis of Chidambaram, both Vishnu and Shiva appeared themselves. Parameshvara appeared himself in the form of Bhikshatanamurti, and Vishnu appeared himself in the form of Mohini Devi, And Parameshwara, when Bhikshatana Bhagavan, when he went to Chidambaram, he was not wearing any clothes. And one of his Bhuta Ganams went behind Bhagavan, carrying the Bhiksha Patram of Bhagavan. And in this way, when he entered into the Agraharam, so all the Brahmanas were busy performing a yagam. And all the Brahmana Patnis who were there in their homes, so when they came out to offer Bhiksha to a Maharshi who had come to their Agraharam, so when the moment they saw Bhagavan Bhikshatana Murti, all of their minds became perturbed. And it was at this time, on seeing the form of Bhikshatana Murti, Kama entered into the hearts of all of these women. And Bhagavan was not affected by them. And without being affected by them, he did not even look at the faces of the Brahmana women. And he just went away on his own, not knowing who had actually appeared there in the form of a Bhikshatana Murti. The wives of the Brahmanas harbored love for him. And at the same time, simultaneously, Mohini Devi, so Bhagavan Vishnu in the form of Mohini Devi went to the Yagashala of the Braja. The Yagashala where the Tilai Dikshitars were performing Yaga. On seeing the form of Mohini Devi, all of them were struck with love. And every single Brahmana there, so he wanted to have this woman for himself. As a result of that, so the minds of the Tilai Dikshitars also got disturbed. And later on, when the wives of the Tilai Dikshitars, when they contemplated on what happened to them, so every single woman who was there in the Agraha Chidambaram, so the mind of each woman became so it was polluted. In the same way, the mind of each and every Brahmana in Chidambaram, so the mind of each and every Brahmana became polluted. So when they started contemplating on how such a thing could happen to an entire community, to each and every member of a place, at the same time and in the same way, this is something that never happens normally. And for people who led very austere lives, people who had absolute control of their senses, how could such a thing occur? And on thinking about this, all the Brahmana women started cursing the person who had come to their Agraharam. And when they cursed the person who had come to their Agraharam, their curse did not take any effect. And they became even more shocked when to see that their curse did not have any effect. And once again, when they started contemplating on why their curse did not take effect, only then they realized that their minds had become polluted. And in the same way, all the Brahmanas, they felt very embarrassed to even think, to even know that their minds had become polluted. And all of the entire population of Tilai Dikshitars, so they did not know the cause of it. And they started performing series of abhicharika prayogas, black magic, against the two persons who came there, against the Bhikshatana Murti. So a lot of serpents were sent to kill this person. And then a tiger was sent to kill this person. So when the serpents reached him, he took those serpents and started wearing them as ornaments. When a tiger was sent to him, he killed the tiger and started wearing its skin as a vastram around his waist. So in this way, see, one after another, many abhicharika prayogams were performed by the Tilai Dikshitars. And in that series, so they created an Agni which would go and destroy this person, this Bhikshatana Murti. When the Agni reached that person, Bhikshatana Murti, he was able to hold the entire Agni in his palm, just like how a child would place a piece of sweet in his hand. So that is it. The Agni, the Pavamana Sachivaha means it is Agni. So Agnina Bhasamanam, so one lotus hand of Nataraja is resplendent with the presence of Agni in it. So this is how the Murti of Nataraja is described. And through the other Pani, he says, Santadyamana Nrittanuguna. So the other palm was engaged in making different gestures that are used in a dance. And based on which gesture was being performed by this palm, there was another palm which was used for holding the damaru. And using damaru, he kept making sounds that are appropriate for the gestures that were being performed. So this was the Murti of Nataraja. On seeing this Murti of Swami Nataraja, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra became so excited. Adinatam Adrakshuhu, he beheld the Murti of Swami Nataraja. Athacha Ananda Shrubindu Mukulita Kapolatalaste Yajvabatam Saha Evam Sabhanayakam Astavishuhu. Dikshitendra's cheeks were flooded with tears that were gliding from his eyes. So on seeing the Lord, the Sabhanayaka Swami Nataraja, he recited the following shloka. Sampatte Ravatam Kuti Kritavatam Vishwavane Lampatam Vikkalyana Patam Sarik Padasatam Shanti Sravanti Tatam Dhiratma Prakatam Dhananjaya Bhatam Gaura Prabhakankatam Chinmadhurya Hatam Chidambara Natam Pashyamya Parnavitam Aham Aparna Vitam Pashyami. I gaze upon that consort of Aparna or Parvati Devi. So Aham means Pundarika Kshetra Kanakasabha Mandapasthaha Anena Stotrena Upasanam Kurbanaha Srimad Appayya Dikshitendraha. I, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, who is now standing in the Chidambara Kshetra within the Kanakasabha Mandapam in front of the Murti of Swami Nataraja. And what do I see here standing here? Aparna Vitam Pashyami. So that Aparnayaha means Parvatyaha of Parvati Devi. Aparnayaha Vitaha Shingaha Kamukaha Aparna Vitaha. So a consort of Aparna is Vitaha. I gaze upon the Murti of Aparna Vitaha. And Pashyami means Avalokayami. So when Bhagavan is described along with Bhavani, so the Kalyana Murti, so there are the different manifestations of Bhagavan. And all the Shaivagamas, they describe that in great detail. And there is one specific Murti of Bhagavan known as Kalyana Sundara Murti. And this Kalyana Sundara Murti is being meditated upon by Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra using the word Aparna Vitaha. Aham Aparna Vitam Pashyami. So that is the meaning of this. So all the deep meanings of this we can understand only when we study works of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra like Shiva Tattva Vivekam, which is the commentary on Shikharini Mala, and Mahakavi Shri Nilakantha Dikshita Shiva Tattva Rahasyam. So there are 108 holy names of Parameshwaran, and all of those names are explained very beautifully by Shri Nilakantha Dikshita. And based on the teachings of Shri Nilakantha Dikshita in his Shiva Tattva Rahasyam, I am explaining this. This is a small Sanskrit shloka I have written for this shloka here. So this Sanskrit shloka is based on the works of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra and Shri Nilakantha Dikshita. So this is the Sanskrit commentary on it. And there are different adjectives for the word Aparna Vitaha. The Visheshyam is Aparna Vitaha. And there are many adjectives used here. Sampattehe Avatam is the first adjective. Putikritavatam is the second adjective. Vishwavane is the third one. Dikalyanapatam is the fourth one. Saripadasatam the fifth one. Shantisravanti Tatam is the sixth one. Dhiratma Prakatam is seventh. Eighth one is Dhananjaya Bhatam. Gauraprabha Kankatam is the 9th, Chinmadhurya Hatam is the 10th, and Chidambara Natam is the 11th adjective. So what are the 11 adjectives? Sampattehe avatam. So sampattehe means vibhotehe. So what is sampa? So the 8 siddhis. Anima, Garima, Mahima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamyam. So all of these 8 siddhis which are achieved by yogis who perform Ashtanga Yoga. So all of this is known as Sampattihi, Vibhutihi, Sampattehe, Avataha, Gartaha. So a receptacle of all of these, of this Sampat or the Ashtamaha Siddhis. So his Sarva Siddhi Pradayaka Parameshwara. So any Devata is Sarva Siddhi Pradayaka. So in the same way, Bhagavan Parameshwaran is also Sarva Siddhi Pradayaka. So that is Sampattehe Avatam. Kuti Kritavatam. So Kuti Kritavatam means Kuti Kritaha means Sadani Kritaha Vataha Nyagrodha Vrikshaha Yena Tam Kuti Kritavatam. So Kuti Kritaha means the word Kuti means a place of residence, a house. So one who has taken residence under the banyan tree. So Vataha means Nyagrodha Vrikshaha or Bhandira Vrikshaha. So this is Bhagavan Dakshinamurti. So Adya Vidyopadeshtri, Anena Adya Vidyopadeshtri Dakshinamurti Anusandhatta. Through this adjective, Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra meditates upon the form of Sri Dakshinamurti. Vishwavane Lampatam. This is the third adjective. Vishwasya Jagataha Avanam Rakshanam Vishwavanam. The protection of the world is known as Vishwavanam. Tasmin Lampatam. Tasmin Lampataha. So Lampata is Asaktaha, one who is very much devoted towards to the protection of the world. So he is Vishwavane Lampataha. And then Dikkalyanapataha. And then Dishaha. Prachyadayaha Ashtau Kakubhaha Eva Kalyanapataha Mangalam Vastram Yasya Tam. So Dishaha means the 8 directions, east, west, north and south, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. So all of these 8 directions. So when these directions are a Kalyana Pata, an auspicious Vastram for Bhagavan, an auspicious garment for Bhagavan. So because of that he is known as Dikkalyana Pataha. Tam, Dikkalyana Patam. So Anena Darukavane Munivadhu Parikshanartham. Upayatta Murtihi Anusandhatta. So this is a story which is told in the Puranas. So in a forest known as Darukavanam, Bhagavan wanted to test the chastity of the wives of the Maharshis there. So for testing the chastity of those Munipatnis, he appeared himself as a naked man. That Murti is being meditated upon by Dikshitendra in this shloka. Dikkalyana Patam is that. And then Saritpada Satam. Saritaha means Gangayaha Padam Sthanam Saritpadam. So the course of the riverbed of the bed of a river. So when the riverbed is present in the matted hairs of Bhagavan, so Saritpadam Sataha Keshapashaha Yasya Saha Saritpada Sataha. Because Parameshwara has Ganga Devi flowing on his matted hairs, he is known as Saritpada Sataha. And through this Gangadhara Murti, so that Murti of Bhagavan is being meditated upon by Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. That Murti of Bhagavan, so as per the prayers, as per to bless Bhagirath Maharaja for his tapas, Bhagavan accepted the Ganga Devi on his head and Sapik Vadanga Patitan Surita Brahmatarka Sutala Padachanya. So that Murti of Bhagavan is being meditated upon by Dikshitendra here through the words Sarit Pada Satam and then Shanti Sravanti Tatam. Shantihi Kamakrodhadi Jayaha. So the word Shanti could be interpreted as victory over internal enemies, the enemies of the mind like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So lust, anger, jealousy. So all of these are enemies within the mind. A victory over these internal enemies is known as Shanti. Yadva Vishayebhyaha Sendriyasya Manasaha Apaharanam. Or the other interpretation to the word Shanti could be, so when all the Indriyas, all the Jnanendriyas, so when they are turned away from the respective Indriyarthas or Vishayas, and when they are turned inwards, so when the Manas along with the 5 Jnanendriyas, when it is being turned inwards, so that state is known as Shanti. Shantihi eva Sravanti. When this Shanti appears as a river, this is Shanti Sravanti. Sravanti means Nadi. Tasyaha Tataha, the banks of that river known as Shanti. So he is Shanti Sravanti Tataha. Tataha means Uchrayaha, bank. Saha Shanti Sravanti Tataha Tam. And then Dhiratma Prakatam is the 7th adjective. Dhiratmanam Prakataha Gocharaha. So one who could be attained only by those men who are Dhira. So the word Dhira means those people who have complete control over their Indriyas. Such people are known as Dhiras. Bhagavan could be obtained only when there is complete control of the senses. So that is the meaning of this. And then Dhananjaya Bhatam means Dhananjayam Arjunam Bhatati. Pashupatastra Danena Poshayati Dhananjaya Bhataha Tam. So Dhananjaya is Arjuna. So because Bhagavan equipped, Bhatati means to equip Arjuna with by giving him Pashupatastra. So because of that he is known as Dhananjaya Bhataha. And then Gaura Prabha Kankatam, and then this Pashupatastra Grahanam of Arjuna from Parameshwara, it is very, very famous in Mahabharata. And Gangadhara Ashtakatli, Rompa Dikshitendra would have described this Pashupatastra. Twice in Mahabharata, Arjuna got Pashupatasram from Parameshwaran. And then Gaura Prabha Kankatam means Gauraha means Shvetavarna. Prabha yasya saha Gaura Prabha. Sachasau Kankataha Kavachaha yasya tam. So the ornament which Nataraja was wearing, so it was highly resplendent. It was golden in color, it was white in color. And this could be correlated with the Chandogya Upanishad's description of Antaraditya Vidya. Tasya yatha kapta Yaha Antaraditya Hiranmaya Purushaha Drishyate Hiranya Keshaha Hiranya Shmashruhu Hiranya Keshaha Apranakha Sarva Eva Suvaranaha. So this description of Antaraditya Vidya, so there is one person who is there, some person is there in Surya Mandalam, within the Surya Mandalam. And how is this person? So is he a Jiva, Samsari like you and me? Or is he Parameshwara himself? This is Purva Paksha and a Siddhanta which says that Purusha who is seen within the Surya Mandalam is not a Samsari, he's not a Jivatma like you and me, but he's the Supreme Paramatma who exists in the form of Antaryami within Surya Mandalam. And the form of this person is completely golden in color, he's completely bright, he's extremely bright in color. Right from head to foot, he's completely bright. And all the ornaments which he wears are extremely effulgent. So that is the word Tasya Sarva Eva Suvaranaha. So that description, so it is it could be correlated with that. And the Chinmadhurya Hatam. Chita means Advitiyas Prakasha Jnanam. So that supreme Jnanam in the form of Advaita. So that is Chita. And Tadrupam Madhuryam Chinmadhuryam. So the experience of Advaitic bliss, so when that is compared with sweetness, that is Chinmadhuryam. Tasya Hataha Deeptihi Chinmadhurya Hataha. So Nataraja was blazing with the sweetness of Advaitic realization. And then Chidambara Nataha means Chidambare Pundarikapure Natati iti Chidambara Nataha. So I gaze upon that form of Aparana Vitaha, says Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra. So this is the beautiful shloka. Sampatte Ravatam Kutikritavatam Vishwavane Lampatam Dikkalyana Patam Sarikpada Satam Shanti Sravanti Tatam Dhiratma Prakatam Dhananjaya Bhatam Gaura Prabhakankatam Chinmadhurya Hatam Chidambara Natam Pashyamya Parnavitam. So this is the shloka of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra, and this is a humble attempt to explain this shloka using with a Sanskrit commentary based on the writings of Srimad Appayya Dikshitendra and his grandson Mahakavi Shri Nilakantha Dikshita. With this, today's class of Dikshitendra Vijayam gets over. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye, Hara Hara Mahadeva.